wasteland. Come to my fire.
What's going on, Metalheads? Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Metal Forge, the final Metal Forge of 2024. I have from Flamekeeper.vip, the Ale Horn, and the Heavy Metal Wasteland, Mr. Jason Gardner here with us for this year in review, top five of the year. You know, Booker T. That's John Cena. Wait a second. That's John Cena. And you see this handsome gentleman sitting down on the bottom of the screen, Mr. Jason Roach from the band Ice Howl, about to do a spin-a-rooney in his little corner chair there. Dudes, what's going on?
Can I ask why John Cena was always so popular? I think he fucking sucks.
I don't know. I never could see.
He's like the most fucking generic shit I've ever seen. Like, what the fuck? What is that supposed to be? It's fucking stupid.
Dude, from what I understand, Stephanie McMahon heard him rap backstage and was just like, that's what we're going to do with you.
Wow.
And that's pretty much what happened.
Okay.
And then Vince, he found somebody to work out with, and yeah. But
that was
yeah,
I
always kind of liked him.
Yeah, I mean,
he was okay.
When he was a heel, he was really good. But that's just me. I like a lot of heels better.
Terrible actor.
Yes, very much so. I don't know the stuff that he can do. He really, like, where he's Peacemaker. He's really just John Cena unfiltered. When you really think about it, he's just like, boom. Why are we talking about John Cena?
Because you brought it up, dude. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, very, very fluent apologist in Mandarin. Let me just say.
Yes, he actually can speak like 12 languages.
Yeah, God forbid you call Taiwan a fucking country and have to apologize for the truth.
Wow. So, dudes, this episode comes out 2 days after Christmas, so hopefully you all got what you wanted. Did you get that special album that you put on the Christmas list for Santa? What album? Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Did you get any albums, or did you think you got any albums?
But I forgot what I opened up on Christmas morning. I have to go back and look to answer that question.
Yes, because we're talking into the future here.
Yeah.
No, seriously, like, was there any albums that you put on your list or anything for Christmas?
I have a few. I'll see what I get.
Hell yeah. Jason, did you have an album that you put on your Christmas list?
There's albums that I would like, but we don't really get ourselves anything for Christmas. We usually just take care of the kids. So, because that's
your gifts. You're each other's gift. Oh,
that, and I get my gifts all year round. So,
right.
And I only buy the albums that I really want in general. So,
definitely. Yeah, I get that. I do that too. It's kind of a double-edged sword, and Jason Roach, and we've talked about this as well. From being in a promotional standpoint, you're almost given free music by everybody just to get some airplay, to do whatever, and And I have always prided myself on everything that I have put on the Metal Forge, that I've purchased music from those people. The only ones that I haven't purchased from are ones that are just like, here, no, take this. We want you to have it. And I'm like, come on. I want to buy something. So, but yeah, that's a really fun thing to be able to do, is to be able to do shows like this where we can do a top 5, and the bands that are pretty much on this top 5, not all of them, but at least some in the honorable mentions have definitely been on the Metal Forge and are albums that I've purchased throughout the year.
All the records that I'm mentioning today, I have the majority of them I actually own a vinyl copy of, and if I don't, I will eventually own a vinyl copy because that's like my thing. It's like my top 5. I want those albums as a way to like look back, like, oh yeah, these are the records that I want to own, because these are records I genuinely like enjoy and I want to continue listening to.
Hell yeah. So before we get into the top 5, I do want to take a minute here and acknowledge some of the deals that the milestones that we've done over the year here on the Metal Forge. This year, we did surpass episode number 300 back at the beginning of November. Holy shit. Tony
Awesome.
Demolition Man Dolan was the guest for episode 300. A bit of a reforged episode. And it was pretty much like our 90 minutes with Jarvis Leatherby episode. And it's almost the same way with the Trevor Church episode. It's almost like another 90 minutes with him as well. We've had some really long form guests this year. Um, Jason Gardner, you've been there for a few of them.
Yeah, yeah. The
With
the Trevor
Jarvis,
Church one, Trevor Church one in particular was there's a lot of just listening because that guy didn't take a
yes,
breath,
even
dude.
for me, there was a whole lot of listening in that because he just goes and but it's all trial and tribulation, and we've known each other for so long now that it's just like we pick up in conversation where we left off the last time we had talked, and it's kind of a hard thing to do for people like that, when you're bringing them into like an episode form, and then Jason's just kind of in the conversation with us. And it's just like, oh shit, I'm sorry. You weren't there for that part. But on top of that, we had some pretty fucking amazing guests with we started the year with Titanosaur, which is a amazing project. But we also had Sanhedrin, Elven King, Idle Throne, sweet people in Idle Throne. We had Cataclysm and Phil Demmel on the show this year. Again, Jarvis Leatherby with Night Demon. Black Tusk made a return to the show this year. One of my favorite episodes of the year was Freeways. The super awesome rad band Freeways. And I got a feeling we might talk about them later too. Uh,
Hey, can I mention that Freeways episode was my favorite Metal Forge episode of the year?
Thank you. I
Yep.
appreciate that.
Yep.
And I love that band. I really do. And I have for a while now. And they're kind of like Bloodstar. They were ever an elusive band for getting on the Metal Forge in the early years. And finally, they were able to we were able to make contact, get on the show, and get it done. And it's just awesome. But again, we're gonna do a couple of different things today. Like I said, we passed episode 300. We're at 307 now. Here we are, top 5 of the year. We're gonna put a timer on the clock here to go with our top fives. We're gonna reset the timer on every album from every person. So if it takes 3 minutes to talk about it, cool. If it doesn't, I mean that what are we doing wrong? But if you'll hear a little beep when time is done, and we'll have to move on to the next person because I'm sure we're all going to be talking. We have at least 15 albums to talk about, plus one extra fucking feature. And I just dropped an F bomb and I didn't even mean to. Uh, we're going to pick the best metal album of 1984. We're going to go back 40 years in the past and we're going to pick the best album of 1984 as well. So, hell yeah, Aaron Assant, we wish you were here. Hopefully, you'll come on in the middle of this somewhere. But until we are, here we are with, yes, the heart. I get a thing like I'm backwards here. Um, let's see. Where is the D20? Shit. Jason Roach, since you are the guest this week, we're gonna go ahead and pick you for number 5.
All right. My number 5. Riot 5.
Ooh.
Mean Streets.
Nice.
Um, it if you haven't listened to it, like it's just I really enjoy the this current iteration of the band. Like
Yeah, they're
you just
pretty
know
badass right
you
now.
just know when they put out a record, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I mean, the album artwork is pretty damn cool. Just all the songs are just riffs after riffs after
And
riffs, hooks
can I
after
point
hooks.
out that I just love that your Indiana dropped in really fast? It's going to be great. I
It's
heard
gonna be
that and you
great.
corrected yourself, and I love it. Um, I completely missed that one this year. There was so much being brought out. Like, I didn't know Riot 5 had a new album out.
Yep,
What about you,
Mean
Jason? Did
Streets.
you?
Yeah, I used the enemy Spotify and they told me about it.
Come on,
Well, dude,
man.
I mean, everyone shits on it, but dude, as a consumer, man, like as far as the streaming goes, dude, it's hard to beat like convenience and what I like and the layout. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
it's
you're one of the
nice.
people. You're
But
one of the
in a
people.
band, though, they're fucking horrible. So there you go.
Yes. But
Yeah.
you're also one of the people too that if it's something you absolutely want to listen to,
hmm
you will try to listen to it on vinyl first.
If I can't, yeah, there's not every album. Like sometimes I'm just not gonna wait, but some I will. I got two of those in this pile today, actually.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so you're bringing visual aids?
Oh fuck yeah! I was told to. I do my fucking
Well,
homework.
see, mine are going to
Oh shit.
be yeah, I mean,
It's okay.
I didn't tell you. I said if you could make a thumbnail, if you could
Oh,
make a thumbnail, you could do it. But yeah. So
well,
hell yeah.
okay.
And
Any
hold
else
on,
for Riot
hold
5? Yeah.
I do want to add. So I do think though that their previous record was slightly better, but I mean, they still though. I mean, the last record was fantastic. This one is still fantastic. I mean,
Sure.
like I said, if the freaking vocals is he's such a great vocalist. I mean, I still can't believe that he went on The Voice and was on The Voice, and that's like something that I can't unsee, and it's just really cool putting a face to the music,
Sure.
and you need to listen. You need to listen to this record.
I will definitely do that. Well, time's
I'm
up on
done.
that one. All right. Jason Gardner, number 5.
Number 5, Hands of Goro.
Ooh. Look at
Yes.
that. Look at the
Yeah.
picture up in the look at
Yes.
Goro
Yeah,
all the
dude,
way
this
up in
shit's
the
fucking
little
badass.
corner up
Yeah.
there. Just
Yep. Yeah. I love
Interesting.
it. Yeah. So this
That's
is
cool.
a
That's cool album art.
this is a
yeah.
side project of the bass player from Night. And I want to say one of the dudes from Saviors. Don't quote me on it. It's been a little while, so I've looked it up. But yeah, dude, if you like just kind of like punk infused like groove metal, take a listen.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Avinash and hopefully New Night in 25. I think so. They've got a lot of shit
I think
posting
that they're
online.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
From what I had read that they're from, I think Van said something about there was supposed to be New Night.
Well, they've been doing a lot of promo pictures and posting them up lately, so I'm pretty and video shots. So I'm pretty sure it's coming soon, which I can't wait.
Who was that released through?
Let's see. It was BSP Barry Salt
Okay.
Productions. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a
Yeah,
local. I think it's a local to the area label.
sure. Now, is he the one that now where are they based out of?
Bay Area.
Okay, I thought that the whole band of Night was based out of there. So I thought
Yeah.
that that's where he was as well.
Yeah. But Hand to Goro came out, I want to say like
It was
March,
early in the
February,
year.
March.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was early in the year. I
Yep.
do know that because I remember talking about it when you had got it. You
Mhm.
were like, "Oh my gosh, you have to listen to this. It is so cool."
Yeah. I think I actually
And
bought like the first or second copy sold.
wow,
Yeah.
really?
I was on it, man.
Okay,
Dude,
for someone
hey,
who's never listened to it, what songs do you recommend from the album?
Oh, just the whole thing, start to
Oh
finish.
man.
I mean, I know it's cliche, but dude, it's all good because it all flows. I mean, if I had to pick one, it'd probably be Prince of Shokan, which is the first one.
Okay.
But Demonizer is good too, and I like You Have No Face. That's a good one too. So, but dude, I mean, it's really short. It's like 27 minutes.
Oh damn.
right on.
Okay.
So yeah, it's definitely one that you could listen to
Drive to work.
in a quick trip
Hmm.
somewhere. Yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
could listen to that on the way to my brother's house.
Yep.
I'll check that out in the morning.
Hell
Put it
yeah,
on
you got about a half an hour drive to work, don't you?
your streaming
Yeah.
list. Yeah,
We good?
that's it.
13 seconds to spare. Let me get to my number five. And okay, so my number five is actually a band that came out on the 2023 top five with their number one album that year for me was Cursed Be Thy Kingdom. And the band I'm talking about is Bewitcher. So
Oh,
Bewitcher
nice.
had an album earlier this year called Spell Shock. Um, Super rad album. Like, dude, this band is insanely good for what they do. Uh, I really like how you could tell from album to album to album their progression. You know, they never disappoint. At least they don't to me. Total three-piece band. Again, Jason and Jason. Album song on the album to recommend. It's kind of like they're a band for me that's a playthrough. Like when I listened to Cursed Be Thy Kingdom and it was like first track to last track and that was the album in 2023 and then this album it's like shit man might have been 2022 now that I think of that one um but yeah, I mean, total band that like I want to listen to everything in their entirety through from
Mhm.
every album.
Yeah, they're all really short. It's all like horror thrash punk anyway. So
Yeah, I mean, there's a
maybe
little
not
bit.
really horror, but
There's
like kind
some
of a
songs
cultish.
that no,
Yeah,
they're a cult. I would
yeah.
say they're a cult. Yeah. But like their albums average about 35 to 40 minutes.
Hmm.
You know, enough for a vinyl.
Yeah. What was on it? 12 songs on that last one.
I'm thinking something like that. I would
Yeah,
have
I
to
listened
actually
to it
break it down
long
and
when it
look.
came out because we played
Yeah.
with them here in town like before COVID.
Holy
BC,
shit.
BC.
BC, before COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We
We
played with
see.
that. It was them and shit band out of Canada. I can't remember.
Dude,
Striker.
the closest they came to me was Indianapolis a
Hmm.
couple of years ago, but it was on like a fucking Tuesday night
Right,
and it was like and I couldn't take off of work because it was
right.
sometime in like November.
Yeah, it was Holy Grail, Striker from Canada, and them, and then us. That was who played here in town. I think it was on a
Shit.
Saturday too. Yeah.
That's a great dude, Holy Grail is
Oh, dude, it was a
great.
fucking dead. It was a fucking dead turnout, dude. But we still
Ah,
had fun. Yeah.
No.
that's awful.
Yeah.
All right. Number four, Jason Roach.
All right. So my number four, and this one was a late entry because I hadn't listened to it, but and might be slightly biased due to our recent show with them, Unto
Oh.
Others, Never Neverland.
Mm.
So I originally didn't check out this album because I had watched a interview with another channel, and they didn't give it such a high rating.
Right.
And I heard some of the songs live, and I was like, "Hold on a second! Some of these songs are really good." So I checked out the album, and some of my favorite Unto Other songs are on this record.
Sure.
Um, and not to mention one of the most emotional songs I've ever listened to, um, Suicide Today. That song will give you goosebumps.
Mm,
And to me, it's one of those songs that's like, damn. Like you just listen to it, you're just like, damn.
sure.
And
No,
and to me, any band that can get an emotional response out of me in that way, it's I gotta put them high up there.
oh, I
So
totally agree.
to pull an emotional response out of someone is big
Oh yeah.
to me.
I mean,
So
that's where, that's what it is. That's what playing music, that's what being a musician, and it's in what it entails, is being able to do that great emotional pull, make people feel what you feel, and that we all connect on some level. And they are, just like Bewitcher from the PDX from Portland, and they are another band from there that is completely from Mana to Strength to Never Never Land, are a band that is on that trajectory that everything just keeps getting better and better and better.
yep, absolutely. What about you, Jason? Have you listened to it?
I have not.
You're
I
not a
have
big
not.
fan of like goth metal though, are you?
I mean, some of it's okay. It's just, dude, it's just so fucking much. It's really the
This
problem. It's so
this
much.
album's a little bit different though. Like they still have their sound, but there I think there's a little bit more substance to
Hmm.
this one.
I can get behind that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jason Gardner, number 4.
All right, well, I'm going with this might be cheating technically, but I'm going with it anyway because it was released this year. So I'm going with
It,
the
it,
Blind Guardian reissue that they
oh, come
re-recorded.
on.
No, 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 no. I'm going to number 4 because it was released this
It
year.
was re-recorded.
Yeah, totally from the ground
That
up.
counts to
Okay.
me. That to me that counts.
Yeah. So another
Okay.
reason is because it's a box set and a CD, which has a Blu-ray with 2 movies on it.
Okay.
So
That
yeah, it's giving me sorry, one blue. Yeah, it's got 2. Live at Hard Rock Fest and Live at Hellfest 2022. So yeah, dude, this I listened to both of them back to back, and like it's pretty amazing how good Hansi's voice is. Pretty much the same, if maybe not a little bit better. But yeah, so not to say mention I saw him this year, so that helps too. But yeah, the re-release of Somewhere Far Beyond is a
you know,
is a good one.
I will say this about that, and you did get to go see them, and it got spawned based off. You were already gonna go,
Yeah,
but we were talking with Jarvis
yeah.
on that episode with 90 minutes with Jarvis Leatherby, and we got to talking, and he completely kayfabed me the entire time and said that, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna come to Louisville for like I don't know when." And then later this year, he was within 2 hours and in Louisville 3 times that I could have seen them.
Well, I don't know when he knew about the King Diamond tour. I mean, it could have been after that too. So,
I don't know. That's a pretty big tour
Yeah, I would
dude,
say
to
The
to
King
not
that
know
Diamond,
takes at
five
least a
months in
year.
advance.
the King Diamond stuff is
I'd
kind
say
of
a year in
weird.
advanced.
I don't know, man, because the King Diamond tours, like they announce them and then they start them. Like they're really always really close to, like it's like
That is
a
kind
couple
of true.
months.
They
Yeah,
announced it like in August, and then it started in October.
yeah. I mean, they're always like really quick. It's like you don't have to wait a year in advance, like Maiden or Metallica.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
While the
All
money just sits
right,
in escrow collecting fucking interest or some shit.
all right. My number 4 is, where's my sheet here? Number 4 is a local band for me. Pure Disgust by She. Stoner depressive doom band. What can I say? I mean, the tides in which they roll in on are completely awesome. The vocals on this album are like they sound like they were recorded in a cathedral. Like seriously, that boominess, the instrumentation is second to none on it, and like I just, from the artwork, which in the group chat you all had seen from the title card, pretty much exactly what I said on there about the boominess of the vocals and everything. I don't know. It's almost as if they're slower than Unto Others, but they remind me of Unto Others with like the goth aspect of it.
Hmm.
There's a little bit of goth mixed in there with it, but it's because
Really?
it's depressive stoner doom, I guess.
See,
Uh,
I've seen them live, and I never got that impression from them live. But I
yeah,
don't know.
I
Maybe,
mean,
maybe I saw them before they got that way. I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know a whole lot about them.
They've always been a stoner doom, the
Well, yeah,
depressive stoner
they
doom
were
band.
very much Stoner Doom when I saw them.
Yeah, but they're all depressive and everything. But like I said, they're not in the imagery. Would I say that there's much goth influence to it? But like I think the even in some of the subject matter is maybe that's where I'm getting it from, and maybe it's because I know them personally too.
You
But
know,
yeah,
when we get into our discussion about genres, I really want to talk in depth about Stoner Doom and what all the criteria is for it.
well, I
Well, we'll
mean,
start it. We'll do it then, but I have so many thoughts and ideas about why something qualifies as Stoner Doom or Stoner or Doom and what it needs to qualify for each one.
I
So
think it
we'll talk
has.
about that later, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That could be a discussion for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, that could be, we could do an anthology series on like Bantam Books anthology series presents metal genres with Jason, and Mark.
Yeah.
It's like an audio book. All right, we're almost to the time on this one. Number 3, Jason Roach.
Okay, I've got a complete curveball for both of you. And to be honest, this isn't even metal. So here we go.
Ooh.
Uh, my number three is a band called Floya, and their record is called Yume. Um, I have to admit, this was a Spotify find.
Okay.
I was listening to a band, a metalcore band from Ohio called Defiance, and they had a split off band, I believe, called Night Rider, I
Nice.
believe. And on when you know how when you listen to something on Spotify and when you've ran through an album, it'll just give you something similar to that artist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what happened here. I was listening to Night Rider and then it threw me onto this band. And it just so happens that my YouTube had somehow figured this out as well and sent me some of their music videos. And I was like, that's coincidental. But anyway, their sound, they have on their website as listed as pop rock with a modern rock feel with mixtures of EDM and world music. And I say that's a pretty accurate description. It's very ambient. There's a lot of feels, a lot of sounds, a lot of happy kind of vibes.
Right
This
on.
kind of dreamy floatiness kind of vibe to
Yeah,
them,
it's almost like what do they call that? Where it's
like dream pop.
yeah, but it's like where it's played like purposefully. It's like natural metronoming or some shit is where
Yeah, something
it's
like
something
that.
like that where it's like
Yeah,
completely freeform jam, but it's like but it all works out rhythmically.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So,
cool.
but yeah, I have the LP of this record. It's really cool. Like a lot of the album artwork just very much is fitting for the music, and I love that uniformity. Um, the first track on there, "Stay," is a good one, and there was another track called "Wonders," and the track called "The Hymn." Those are their top songs on that album. So yeah,
Nice.
but yeah,
Dude, I have to check it
I've
out.
listened to that record. I've listened to that record more than almost anything this year.
Hell yeah. Keep that in mind because we might actually play one of those on the way out.
Okay.
Why not? All right. Number 3, Jason Gardner.
All right. Well, I know we were kind of trying to stay away from major label stuff, but I'm not. I got one.
Is it, can I guess?
Go ahead.
Invincible Shield.
It is not actually.
Oh,
Yeah. It's might not. This probably
was
won't
that
go
pretty
well.
good? Was that a good Rob Halford?
Yeah, it was perfect in his range.
Was it?
Yeah, yeah. In fact, I thought I was on the air with him. No,
Oh, come
I'm going
on.
with the new Opeth, man.
Ah,
Yeah,
Oh.
I have been listening to this album a few times a week straight through because I've been doing some pretty long drives. Dude, this album's fucking incredible, man. Like
isn't that thing like,
I can't
isn't
get
that
enough
like
of
a
it.
60-minute album or something?
No, it's about 50.
50?
Yeah, it's so great. It's almost like it almost reminds me of like a really cool dinner theater murder mystery. Like it takes place in like World War I in like France. There's like different characters. He growls again, but he doesn't growl for the sake of growling. He growls because like the dad is the growling voice. When he talks to his kids, he's like the growling voice. It's crazy, dude. Jethro Tull as Ian Anderson is the narrator. He plays flute solos and shit on this. Like his daughter is in it and stuff as a character. Like it's wild shit, dude. Like it takes a lot to get into. But dude, and the best part is all the lyrics are just like the dude's will and testament. That's what the lyrics are. So you like if you listen to it, the dude's just like reading out his will and people are asking questions and stuff in the background with like pre-recorded voices and stuff. It's fucking nuts, dude. Like it's really hard to explain unless you listen to it. It's kind of like Blackwater Park or even like Watershed era with like a little bit of the new stuff mixed in, like a lot of the prog and stuff where like the Jethro Tull and stuff comes in. But like even if you don't like Opeth, because like it's whatever to you, like you should still listen to it because like this shit is fucking off the damn wall. Like how coherent it is and how fucking crazy it is at the same time. Like it's really good
Oh,
shit, man.
Okay.
definitely. And you know,
I'll
I'm
check
not
it.
the biggest Opeth fan. What were you
I'm
going
not
to say,
either.
Jason?
It's an acquired taste, but like it's like as far as like musical ambition goes, I don't think there's been one this year that's as ambitious as this album is as far as like the what they're doing with a concept album. Like I said, it's almost like you'd sit in a dinner theater. It's pretty
Nice.
cool. Yeah.
Until
Okay.
next year, I know another band that's going full 9 in a concept album.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, let's do it once. Reading the lyrics helps because obviously with the
Sure.
growling voice, you really can't understand everything. But it takes a couple listens to get it all to what's going on. But yeah, very cool shit, man. I was pleasantly surprised with it.
Again, I've got to check it out still.
Mhm.
I haven't done it yet.
Right.
Same.
All right, my number 3. Holy shit. This album came out in June of this year. Their episode of the Metal Forge came out on that same day actually. You know, just as Epic Doom, I'm gonna have to go with Revival from Windrider.
Nice.
Mm.
Just, you know, if anybody's ever seen them perform, you know, like at the big goddamn metal show, they were there. You all should have been too. October 10th and 11th of 2025, by the way. You need to be there.
I was
Yes.
I was
Shout out.
puking.
Huh?
I was puking.
Yes, you were puking and
I was 5 hours away.
and you were 5 hours away and wouldn't make the trip even to save my life. But no,
Like I said, man, even my
Wind
kids weren't
Riders
pain in the ass,
Revival
I'd be there.
Motorcycle Witches song on there, super rad. I played that on here. Just an awesome band. I've really come into really getting back into Doom this year. You know, getting back in, and it's not just from playing in Ice Howl with Power Doom and stuff like that. It's been like a real awakening thing with the guitar that's on the wall here behind me. I just sit there and I get to kick back, grab the guitar, come up, plug in, and play some Doom stuff on the guitar and then put it back really fast.
Well, Doom never
Uh,
forgot you, Mark.
it never did. You're absolutely right. It never did. And I shouldn't have forgot it either because ultimately, you know, somebody asked Lemmy one time what his influences today were. And and it was he was in his like late 60s when they asked him. And he's like, your influences are always going to be the same no matter what. It's the same shit that you fucking got off to when you were fucking 13, 14 years old, you know? And for him, it was like fucking Elvis and Little Richard and shit like that. And I still get that too. And with like Black Sabbath, and it might have been with the re-release of Anno Domini and everything with the IRS albums with Tony Martin that got me back into Doom this year. So Wind Rider's revival album is definitely on my list at number 3.
Cool.
Nice.
Sorry, I kind of rambled on that one like Led Zeppelin or something.
Oh,
It's your,
hey,
it's your segment.
good to see your enthusiasm.
Thank you. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. We've got 2 albums each. Jason Roach, what do you got for number 2?
Some bands wield their swords, and other bands wield their shields.
Ooh,
Judas Priest, Invincible Shield is my number 2.
damn. So there's where it is.
I
Yeah,
just hold it up just in case everyone needs to see it. It was on my honorable mentions.
Invincible
there it
It would have
is.
been it would have been number 6 for me.
It's definitely on my list of honorable mentions. Go ahead
Yeah.
though. Tell us why, Jason.
Uh, dude, it's just in the day and age where you have your Metallicas and you have your Iron Maidens and you have your Megadeths, you have all these bands that have been around forever, your legacy bands.
Yeah.
The fact that Judas Priest in 2024 puts out an album like this, acting like that they have never aged, and that they are just came out with just a freaking banger of an album. I mean, it has to be noted. It has to be mentioned
You,
that that even a band that's been around forever can still find a way to be relevant today.
well, and I think too with that is, and sorry for interrupting, but I think with that is that they still perform just like Maiden. When they come out with a new album, they still perform most of it live.
Yeah.
Even Metallica doesn't do that. They might, they did with like Death Magnetic, but once that album was done, yeah, they basically done greatest hits tours.
Yeah. Yeah, because no one wants, and that's the thing, no one wants to hear the old stuff from the new stuff from Metallica. Everyone
Sure.
wants to hear the old stuff, and to me, if I went to go see Judas Priest today, I want to hear stuff from Invincible Shield.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. And at least they play it.
Yeah,
And it's such a weird thing to look at, mentioning bands like Metallica and Judas Priest. And Judas Priest just surpassed their 50 years, back in like what, like 2020 or something. They're still on the 50 heavy metal years
Yeah,
tour
I couldn't
for
even play it on the
years.
50th year because of COVID. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, they couldn't do that. Now they're
no,
going to be on the close to the 55th year, but bands like Metallica are into their 40s of years now, like 43, 44. So the age gap between them is not as far as it seems like it should be.
no, but
It's
and
like you
and yet they still go that hard.
sure. Oh, there it is. Number 2, Jason Gardner.
All right. So getting back to the little guy albums here. All the way from By God, West Virginia. Horse Burner.
Yes.
I knew it.
Voice of Storms, dude.
I knew it.
Yeah. If we did this tomorrow, this might be my number one, but we did it today, so it's my number two. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about this. It's just whatever mood I'm in, dude. I've been in a very Swedish metal mood here lately. So
dude, and they're another band, just like the West Coast homies, you know. They are a band from like Voice of Storms, you know, you hear that, you go back and you listen to The Thief. And it's such a great fucking album too. And just the progression of here to here. And that ultimately is what I love about music, especially bands. And if they retain the same lineup, it's like, you know, you can't get from this to this without that middle ground, you know? Like I always like to equate it to like Metallica could never have went from Master of Puppets to the Black Album. They had to have that middle ground of justice between there to bridge them to know where they needed to go. You know, that harmonious thing with it, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to get at, but
it's sometimes 9-10 minute songs can be a little repetitive, and they need to cut the fat.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty much what they got to on the Black Album.
Dude, Horse Burner, dude. Like, yeah, totally is on my honorable mentions as well.
Yeah.
You have no honor if it wasn't in your top 5, Mark.
Hey, do not be like Gowron today.
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go out and say it. Best band from West Virginia ever. Yeah, I'm gonna go that far. I mean, West Virginia ain't that big a state, but dude, the fucking shit that comes out of there from these guys is fucking outstanding.
Yeah.
Their whole discography is really good, but my favorite is Dead Seeds, Barren Soil. Pretty much like it's like they're kind of the West Virginia Gojira, talking about like environmental stuff and everything. But this is about like strip mining and disease and shit like that. But the song David in particular, the first song on Dead Seeds, is like one of my favorite songs ever.
It's a good record.
Yeah,
definitely. All right, my number 2. So I don't know if this is a big boy record like like Invincible Shield is, and the Opeth. This is probably my big boy record for the list. And honestly, I'll be concerned if it's not Jason Gardner's number 1.
If you pick it out, I'm gonna pick an honorable mention to show for my next one.
Okay. So again, The Art of Doom and Sweet Riffage. How can anybody say no to it? It is it's on Jason's hat.
It's right here in my hand.
I knew it. I knew it was.
Hey, I guess I'm also going to pull Jason too, and I'm going to list a honorable mention in my number 1.
Holy shit! Those were both your number 1s. Oh damn!
The Grand Megas was. Yeah, I knew you had good taste, man. Yeah. I can't say enough good things about this album. And actually, The End Belongs to You might be my favorite Grand Megas tune right now. That fucking drive in that song is goddamn ridiculous.
That is like the perfect album closer.
And dude, those fucking drum solos he does in there, man, like goddamn, dude. The first time I heard it, I was like, "What the fuck, man? This is fucking amazing shit, dude." I mean,
dude, and it's
sound
totally
and everything,
got that sing along quality to it. Just be up there on stage going, "The end belongs to you."
It's a perfect closer for a concert. It's a perfect closer for a record. Yeah. I mean, so good.
It's so easy too, man. There's like nothing to it. I mean, as far as like the simplicity of the riff, dude, it's just there, man. Like it's just, I don't know, man. It's like you find lightning in a bottle and you just fucking keep it in there, and there it is on the album, man. It's great, dude. I can't get enough.
I don't know how they did it.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, all their stuff, like I mean, him and Fox have the only two constants. They've only had two drummers, but I mean, even like the early stuff, like off, like they're self-titled, like when they were True Doom and not like Power Doom. Man, like all the riffs are fucking great. Some of the songs, yeah, I've got some I can skip over after the intro or whatever. But
Damn.
like yeah, he just I don't know, man. Like he just can't write a bad riff, dude. They're all fucking nines and tens.
To me, this is like what Mark says. This is a you started from the start to finish.
And it
Like,
is for me too.
Yeah, it's like
I
30.
can't.
It's like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's to me that's my only complaint about this record is that I want more of it, so
It-
much more of it.
Well,
It's all our
we're
number
gonna have
ones.
to
Keep going.
extend time. We're gonna have to extend time on this because
Just take the
this was-
timer off. It's all our number ones. It should get 15 minutes
yeah.
or
Uh,
9 minutes.
Well,
uh,
this is Mark's number two.
Yeah, this was my number 2, but it was your all's number 1s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you all have honorable mentions y'all are gonna put in there. But yes, this is the thing. It left me wanting more. And that's the thing about it. Is like, how long are we gonna have to wait now?
Well, if they get back on track, their track record, except for COVID, has been about 2 to 3 years. So it shouldn't be too
Sure.
I
long.
know. Ugh,
Yeah.
I know.
I don't
All
want to
right.
wait that long.
Starting the timer. This would have been Jason's number 1, but now it's an honorable mention.
All right, I'm just gonna go with all my honorable mentions. I'll just go down the list real quick. So
Sure.
honorable mention, I got a few different categories here actually. Best box set release.
Anno Domini.
Yes. Best box set release, hands
Yeah.
down. Sad to say, I've not listened to one of these fucking records yet. I have so much to listen to, dude. Best concept album, not Opeth album or Grand Megas album. Bruce Dickinson's solo
Mandrake
project.
Yes.
Very cool.
I forgot that even came out this
A
year.
lot of people probably did, dude. Dude, there's so much. Man.
It came out in like February or April, didn't it?
No, it was April or May, I think. It was before the Maiden tour because he did his
Right.
solo tour. Right? But yeah,
Well,
I'm not
because
gonna lie,
Night
I
Demon
listened-
played with them in April.
you didn't like it, Jason?
I listened to one song and I was like, man.
No, it's good, dude.
For being a Bruce solo album, I thought
Yeah.
it was pretty good. I listened to it on my way to one of the Black Circle shows.
Oh, dude, I mean, Bruce's solo stuff's way better than Steve's. I'll give it that.
You're not wrong.
I mean, I would say it's probably better than Adrian's stuff, side projects too. Adrian goes off some weird.
What
he
else
gets
you
some
got
weird
on your
stuff.
honorable mentions?
Mega Colossus from Wilmington.
Yep.
Yep. The High on Fire album that everyone seemed to have forgot about because whatever reason. Not my favorite High on Fire, but it's still pretty good, worth mentioning.
It is
'cause-
pretty good.
Yeah.
AI music video.
Was there? I
Yeah.
heard it might have been, but I mean,
No,
long
there
as the
was.
music wasn't.
Oh
you know.
no, there's no might have been to it. It was.
I don't know. I mean, I never watched it, but the music is what I'm more concerned about than the.
No,
music
it was
video.
they were the band that got a pass.
Yeah.
Oh, also, honorable mention. I don't have it because I thought I ordered it, but I never got it and did. I guess was the new Accept album. I like that one a lot too. A lot of people shit on it, but dude, I think Wolf Hoffman writes fucking awesome riffs and has like the best tone in fucking classic, like traditional metal. I mean, his tone is fucking unreal, dude.
Awesome.
And
Jason Roach, what do you have?
that would be it for me for my
mentions and
honorables.
slash number 1.
Okay. So, of course, like I said, my number one was Sun Raven by Grand Magus. Now, my honorable mentions. My first one is Seven Kingdoms, the Square EP.
Yes.
That one is a very, very good. It's a very, very good power metal. It's. I reluctantly say this. It's for the people who are. Who like Unleash the Archers but are too pissed to listen to them right now. So
That's pretty accurate. I'll say that
Did I
is
miss
pretty,
something? Because I don't know what you're talking about on that one.
people
AI.
are pissed at Unleash the Archers because of the AI artwork shit and
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
just and which I totally get, and because it is shitty to people who are good visual artists out there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said I would put that album because I do like some songs on that record, but I will be the first to admit that it isn't. I don't think it is one of their best albums. So I'm going to continue. My next one is Idle Thrones: A Clarion Call.
Ooh, yes.
It was very, very, very excellent, and once again, maybe a little bit biased because we love Idle Throne.
Yeah, Idle Throne, they're sweethearts.
Yes, but no,
Another another
but
Jason.
well, legitimately, that is a great album.
It
So
is.
it is the definition of power thrash, the definition.
Yep.
So
Out on
um,
Storm Spell.
yep, Down Storm Spell. My next one is Striker Ultra Power.
Okay.
There's some really really good songs on that record, and I really need to listen to more of it. Um, my next one is Fellowship's new record, The Skies Above Eternity. Um, Also too need to listen to it a little bit more, but it's everything you love if you love power metal.
Right.
Um, it's
Fellowship
definitely one of the best.
puts
It's
out
one of
good
the best power
music.
metal releases of the year for sure. So. Um, 30 seconds left. I want to do two dishonorable mentions in
Ooh,
my honorable
Oh, dishonorable
mentions.
mention. Nice.
Dishonorable
nice.
mentions. Mark
We're gonna
no
extend the timer on that. We're gonna give you
Yeah.
another fucking minute and a half.
I got a dishonorable mention now that I think about it.
uh dishonorable mentions. Mark knows my first one. As I lay dying, through storms ahead.
Yeah.
I really was debating on whether even mentioning this album, but I do think that it is needed to be said in some sort of capacity that it is incredibly disappointing how awesome this record was, knowing how much of a shithead um, a certain person in that band is.
Oh, you
Oh
can
no,
say it. Yeah.
go ahead and mention his name.
He's a public figure. He can handle it.
He
He
can
works
handle it.
out.
Well, like I said, we all know his Tim Lambese's
Yeah.
history, and the videos are out there of him doing despicable things to his current wife, or I don't know, soon to be ex-wife. I don't know on how that
Right.
is. But no, it is to be said that this album was incredible, awesome, great. He was the worst part of it.
For sure.
So good job to the people, everyone else in that band, but that. And then
But fuck him.
the other one is the new Linkin Park record,
Ah,
From Zero. I have never been so disappointed in a album in my entire life. And it's not the fact that, I mean, it's really hard to fill the shoes of someone who was so iconic as Chester was to that band. And this this album feels cheap. It feels overproduced, and it feels like they were trying to be too much like their new singer was trying too much to be like Chester, and you
sure.
can't do that. You can't do that. I mean, especially with the circumstance of what happened to him and then this. So I think it was distasteful, and that's my opinion.
No,
And I'm
totally. No, I totally agree with you on both of those. Uh, I got to see some videos from their new lineup kind of thing where she was there, and I just, it's now it just doesn't work for me, brother, as
no.
Hulk Hogan would say. All right, so I'm gonna give you some honorable mentions, and then I'm gonna give you my number one. So obviously, if Sun Raven was number two for me, something's got to fucking be on top of
You
it,
stole
right?
our fucking glory here, Mark.
I
Damn.
did. I
Yeah.
totally did, and I knew I was gonna do it. So honorable mentions for me, as I said earlier in the show with some of yours, like Invincible Shield is on my list. Haunts Dreamers is on my list. Rifle Midnight Mass, a local Louisville band, completely awesome shit. Idle Thrones of Clarion Call, Showdown from Mega Colossus, Viper Witch, Witch Hunt Road to Vengeance, Mortal Man's Dawn of Time Immortal.
Oh fuck, I
Uh,
forgot all about that one.
yeah, cool
Yeah, damn.
EP. Bronze
Yeah.
in Chains and Shadows. And honestly, I'm surprised that none of you picked this one. And this is my top honorable mention is Science Not Fiction, but from Orange Goblin.
Yep. Yeah, I do. I just thought of that earlier today. I should put that on my honorable mention. I forgot to even mention it. Got too
But
much. But yeah, that's a good one, dude.
but
Yeah.
if you ever want to know, this is my number one, and then we can get to top album of 1984. If you ever want to know what happened to Thin Lizzy after Phil Lynott died, they took a break and they are now called Freeways. And Dark Sky Sanctuary has been in my player on my Spotify the most. Whether it be listening to it through Bandcamp, listening to it on the album, whatever. Dark Sky Sanctuary. Put it on. I listened to the entire thing. It harkens back Thin Lizzy, Pink Floyd. You know, it, dude, they are really a fucking killer band. And I was glad to have been able to feature them on the show this year. But yeah,
Nice.
that would be
Awesome.
my number one is Dark Sky Sanctuary from Freeways.
Yeah, it's not surprising at all. That's a good pick.
Yeah. Thank you. Um, so I thought
Awesome.
we should hit the time machine, segueing over to our next deal here before we go today. And this is, kicking back 40 years, and this is the reason why I picked 1984 and 40 years is I saw a meme where somebody said, well, this is the year that Kyle Reese goes back in time to Sarah Connor, and because he tells Sarah Connor in the original Terminator, she's like, "There's no such thing as those. We haven't had that yet." And he's like, "Yeah, you don't have that technology for about another 40 years." And so he goes back to 1984. Hence, top metal album of 1984. Your thoughts? What would yours be, Jason Roach?
So I thought really hard about this. It would have been very easy to pick Ride the Lightning.
Sure.
It would have been really easy to pick um what was another big one? Um I can't I had another one I had thought of. Um I wanted to go with something that maybe you all wouldn't have thought I would pick.
Okay.
I chose Out of the Cellar by Rat.
Oh, dude, hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Because
Didn't you just get
and
that on
my
cassette, Jason wrote or Jason Gardner?
Maybe. I can't remember if I got that or yeah, I'll have to look here in just a minute. Yeah.
Rats out of the cellar.
and the reason I chose that is because I think that album is the perfect and the most like if you wanted to if I wanted to tell my kids, well, what did the 80s or if my kids asked me, what did the 80s sound like? I would be like, okay, let me get my Rat album out.
No, mine was Invasion of Privacy.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the one I actually like more uh, because Lay It Down is on that one,
Yeah. That's the reason I bought it.
which to me Lay It Down is like one of the greatest riffs I think has been ever written.
Yeah, it's iconic.
So yeah, but no, I just think Rat that album is so 80s. I mean, I, it's hard to say like pick an album
Dude,
that
you
sounds more
completely
80s than that.
like took the wind out of my sails on that one. I was not expecting you to say Rat of all people.
Well, you know the other one I was gonna say. I was
What's
gonna say
that?
either that or I was gonna say Rising Force by Yngwie Malmsteen.
Ooh, I could see that. I mean, I could totally see that with you. You shred on the Fender style guitar still with but it's the ESP.
And the only reason why I say that's because even when I was in high school, even even people who didn't know anything about music knew who Yngwie Malmsteen was because of
Sure,
that record.
sure. Yeah, it's a great album. It absolutely
So
is.
anyway, so that's my pick, Out of the Cellar by Rat.
Hell
Holy
yeah.
shit. Jason Gardner, what do you have?
I'm not going Ride of Lightning either, even though that's a pretty easy one, but I am going to go Power Slave.
Oh, that was the one I was gonna think. I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
say
figured it was.
Power
I was like, don't
Slave.
fucking say
I
it,
would
don't fucking
say
say it, don't
honestly
fucking
it's
say
a
it.
safe bet, but
Yeah. Dude,
no,
that album
dude,
is
it's
so
fucking
iconic,
Power
dude.
Slave.
Yeah, that album's so iconic, man. I'm a Peace of Mind fan, always like my number one Maiden album. But dude, Power Slave could, I don't know, man. There's days where I'm like, man, this has Rhyme the Ancient Mariner on it, dude. Like this album has to be the fucking greatest thing ever fucking written, you know. So at times, that song is so amazing, man. Like the way it just like puts you underwater and shit. You know, it's like, wow. I'm driving in my truck, but I feel like I'm gonna drown any fucking second. You know, it's like it has that feel to it with like the creek and like the creeks they do with like the pick scrapes and shit, man. It's fucking great, dude.
Oh yeah. Dude, and just to sit there and to see them to see
Yeah.
them do it.
I missed that
It
tour where they played it recently. Like, well, not recently, but like when they're doing their like back in time tour in between
somewhere back
albums.
in time, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I missed that one, dude. They played it on there. I really wish I could have seen that one, but I
Yeah,
probably
that
never
would have been
will.
a good one.
I probably
And
never
that's
will, but yeah.
yeah, especially now would is it going to be one of those things where it's going to be like this drummer being I don't know, is he going to be able to do the thing,
Well,
what
I don't think Steve Harris would pick a fucking slouch.
even though yeah, but it's from his like unknown band, so
Well, I mean, I know I'm British Lion. I know not to listen to anything I put out, but I mean, it's just not very good to me. I don't know what it is. It's like I don't know.
it's not Maiden, that's what
Yeah,
it
it's like
is.
it tries to be like Maiden, but like more Queensryche than Maiden at the same
Sure.
time, you know. So
Sure.
Jason, have you listened to have you listened to the Raven Age?
yeah, man, I have because I've had to sit
Yeah.
through them like three
I was
fucking
curious.
times. Yeah,
I was curious.
dude, it's not really great to me. Like it's kind of like this forced. It's like sitting in the waiting room, you know, like waiting for your
It's the
name to be called
vocals.
back. Yeah,
It's the vocals.
yeah. I mean,
Uh-huh.
there's so many more deserving bands than his son's band to open for Maiden, but like it's just like, dude, I have to wait through this, and like every time it's just like, oh my god, dude, there's so much better like we could have had like any up and coming band, Night
Well, at least they
Demon.
took the Who out with them this time.
Yeah, but that was cool. I actually enjoyed that. But yeah, I mean, like, they're Maine's very hit or miss on opening acts, dude. Like sometimes they pick like really ones that deserve it, like even when like Ghost was coming up, like stuff like
Yep.
that.
I
But
saw
then
them
like
with Ghost.
yeah, but then on the other hand, they'll bring out like a band like Killswitch Engage or like Hailstorms. Like, do these bands really need a fucking hand? I mean, everyone fucking knows them already. They already play all the big festivals and shit. What? Give someone who needs a break, you know?
Well, and
But I mean,
maybe
I know
that's
they've gone with
I
Megadeth
agree. Maybe
too,
that's
so.
the thing that you know, I agree with you on that. And each time I've seen Maiden, they've had Megadeth
Mhm.
with them.
Alice
They
Cooper.
had Ghost. They had the Raven Age,
Yeah.
and
I've had to do the Raven Age 3 times, dude.
I can't remember the other band I saw them with. I'll have to look up at my tickets, but so I've seen them 4 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's
Hmm.
just sometimes it's a real hit or miss thing.
Dude, I made a comment one time because I was just in one of those moods, and the Raven Age posted about how great the reception is for the fans and everything. I'm like, dude, it's not that the fans are into you. It's the fans are happy that you're done. So Maiden will come on. It's like sitting through you and coming to see you is two totally different things. Let's not get them confused. I mean, people are clapping because you are fucking done. Like when I go, it's like go stand in the beer line, go get some merch, watch people just stand still looking at their phones. This is our last song. It's like hell yeah, everyone cheers. You got to read the room a little bit better. It's not because they love you. And I think I got like a couple hundred likes and hearts on that one. Like I was like, holy shit, I'm
That's
onto something
awesome.
here. Like I feel like the wise man spitting out facts.
So my album from 1984, again, as both of you have said that you could pick the low hanging fruit like Ride the Lightning.
I mean, Red
You could
Line's a
go,
very viable option. I mean, I can't. If someone picked that, I
Yeah.
couldn't send them wrong.
I
dude.
mean, it's
No,
it's
you're
technically probably
totally
the
right,
greatest
and I
record ever.
do, and I am proud to say that I do own one of the French Green copies.
Mhm.
It's totally a thing. I love that album. It makes, that was, Kill 'Em All was special. That is a special album. Like there's more to that album than anything. It's possibly out of the original four, I would say, it's above me on the ceiling right now. But then again, I also have Master right here. So what the hell? What do I know? So for me, I'm actually gonna go with Venom at War with Satan.
Mm.
That deep cut.
And what's that?
That's a deep cut for 1984.
It
There's a
is.
lot. There's a lot of
But
albums came out that year. That's what I'm saying.
but yeah, and but I'm not a Defenders of the Faith guy. That's the thing. It's when, like with Judas Priest in the 80s, I think, it falls along two camps. You've got people who are diehard screaming for vengeance, or you got the diehard Defenders of the Faith people.
Mhm.
And I mean, it doesn't feel like it goes either direction. So, but I am a Defenders of the Faith person, obviously. Or no, shit. What am I saying? Screaming for vengeance.
I know what you mean.
I was gonna say, Mark.
Duh. I'm obviously Defenders of the Faith, right? Being a smartass here.
I know what you mean.
But no, just like that album is one side is one song. The song At War with Satan. The warriors gathered slowly around the sacred city hell. Satan screamed of vengeance on the land as angels fell. Tyrants pray disaster for the land of love and trust. Demons plot the way to turn the heavens into dust. Holy shit. Like, it just like the idea of that song is pretty much like how you were talking with Opeth earlier. The
Yeah.
concept of the war between Lucifer and God, in on Earth. And it's totally cool. But then you get other songs like Rip Ride and just like the other side of the album is like, you know, speed thrash 3 minute, 4 minute long songs that are just banging through.
Right.
And plus it looks like a book. The album looked like a book. So, and I always like shit like that.
Right. I mean, dude, have you seen the list of top 50 of 1984? Dude, it's
Yeah.
insane. Like,
Yeah.
it's I'll just say some notables: Metal Church, self-titled,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defender of the Faith, Dokken, Tooth and Nail, great album.
Battery.
Deep
War and
Purple,
Pain
Perfect
by
Strangers.
Voivod.
It's not their classic stuff, but it's still pretty good for that era. Merciful Fate, Don't Break the Oath. Scorpions, Love at First Sting. White Snake, Slide It In. Trouble's first one. Queensryche's first one.
Mm-hmm.
Armored Saint,
Saxon's
Voivod.
Crusader,
Dude,
Panzer.
Haunting the Chapel. Y&T, Rock We Trust. Saint Vitus. I mean,
Yeah. Haunting the Chapel by Slayer.
yeah. I mean, dude, there's a fucking
Um,
lot, man.
Heavy Metal
Of course,
Breakdown
Mark's
by
favorite,
Gravedigger.
Kiss,
Bon
Animalize.
Jovi self-titled.
Saxon Crusader. You know, I think there might have been a Saxon album came out this year too. I forgot about. Maybe.
You know, and don't forget the band that I cannot fucking stand had the album that year too. Van Halen's 1984.
Oh, obviously, yeah. I didn't say it because I didn't want to, make you sick to your stomach. Or anything. Yeah. 1984 is not my favorite Van Halen album, but it's got some good ones on
Right. I don't think any of them have any good ones on them, except for one.
Oh,
And
dude,
then
Unchained
one is still hit or
Unchained is
miss.
Unchained fucking rules, dude. Like you're just wrong on that, and like all the way, man. Unchained is the best Van Halen song.
Gary Sharon is the best vocalist they've ever had.
I mean, technically speaking, maybe. Technically speaking, maybe, yeah.
Gary Sharon needed to have his time with the reunions.
Man, he was good. I mean, he's good in Extreme, man. Like he can sing. It's just like the songs weren't very good, but I don't think his vocal performance was the problem with that album. I just think it was the songs and trying to tie it to like Lethal Weapon 3 or 4 or whatever the hell it was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the album cover was terrible.
Yeah.
The guy with the cannon where he's like getting bulked and getting shot in the chest with the cannon.
Yes. I don't know what that was all about, but I mean, yeah, I'm not a Van Halen 3 lover by any means, but I would say Gary Sharon might be the technically best vocalist they had.
Probably.
Yep.
No, I would honestly say that. Final
as far as
mentions,
range goes,
final
yeah.
shouts for 2024 for you guys. Jason Roach, thank you for coming on the Metal Forge this week. Yeah, you're starting to be a regular here at the Flamekeeper. Maybe
I know it seems like it.
Maybe we can have some more Jason Roach. I've got a perfect thing for you.
Okay.
And I'll pause it in just a minute and we'll talk about it.
Hey, I had a dishonorable mention too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So this might cut a little close to you guys, but the Ice Howl split that you guys did. I won't say names, but there's some bands on that compilation that I thought turned in some subpar recording quality on that, where it was just kind of very disjointed to me. Like some of the songs sound really good, Ice Howl and More in the Light, and then some is just like, dude, is this like a fucking demo? Like it's like it was very uneven to me. Like that's my complaint. So yeah, there should be standards.
That's an album from 2023 though.
But was it? I thought it was this year.
No.
Dude, I mean, I just got a notification saying they're going to send me another one that it was on the way. So that's why I was thinking it was 24 because
no, it's 2023. It was
because I sent Mark the email. It's like, I already have this. What the fuck are they doing? You know?
Yeah.
But now, well, that's been a year.
I bet they didn't mark it when they sent it originally.
I don't know, man. But like I said, yeah, because I got that email, it made me think about those like demo quality versus like the actual nice studio quality stuff, and I was like, I don't know, like make them all sound the same quality wise, you know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Just a gripe. I mean, you know, maybe I'm jealous I wasn't on it. Possibly. I don't know. But
final shouts of 2024.
Hello, Johnny Throckmorton and your Murdersome EP. That's only available digitally. I enjoyed it.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Alabama Thunder Pussy.
Yes, Alabama Thunder Pussy fame. Yes.
Jason, who do you have some shouts to give for the end of the year?
Well, I shout out to everyone who has supported and has bought the Ice Howl EP. Anyone who is helping put us to bigger and better places. Dustin from Stranger Attractions presents. Thank you to him for helping us with a bunch of shows this year. And thank you to all you here at Flamekeeper. Thank you, Mark, Jason,
and Aaron. And Aaron.
And Aaron. We miss you, Aaron.
Yeah, I was hoping we could do this, but He works with the
Oh,
big man
and everyone else in Ice Howl.
Yeah.
Seth, Kyle, Ziba.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Hell,
embarrassing when you forget somebody.
yeah. Well, I know exactly why he was pausing. I know
Yeah.
exactly why, because I do the same thing.
Yeah.
My final shouts out is thank you to everybody who was on the show this year. And you know, I would go through the list, but the list is very long because it's oh
He's back.
there he is.
Sorry, I
Uh,
had a notification pull up
oh,
on my phone.
no big deal. I would go through the entire list, but the list is very long. So just check the archives on metalforgeradio.com. But thank you to everybody who has came on the show. Thank you to everybody who played all of my shows this year. Whether it be the big goddamn metal show with Sanhedrin and Ulm, Lavaborn, Rat King, Idle Throne, so many others. Thank you all so much. Bigger and better things coming next year. As any band says, big news coming soon.
The announcement of the announcement, man.
The announcement of the announcement.
That's my
Yes.
favorite. Yeah.
It's what it always is, you know, and keep listening, keep watching flamekeeper.vip here at the YouTube channel. Thank you to all the sponsors, Pizza DoNisi, Magbar, Electric Ladyland, Ageless Arts, and Clarksville and New Albany. Thank you to the friends of the Metal Forge, Soul Grinder Zine, Unchained Tapes, Metal, oh shit, Unchained Tapes, fucking, I can't even think of all of them now. Creeping Death Designs, you know, so many awesome fucking people that Shadebeast, who have came in and done some cool things with the Metal Forge this year and other Flamekeeper shows. So yeah, be looking for new Ice Howl coming out next year, possibly some new Overload again next year. That didn't get an honorable mention, was How Many Miles to Babylon. Thanks, guys. The
It was just one song, Mark. It was one song.
Hey,
Yeah.
it meant something.
It was a good song.
4 years in the making. No,
I got you.
Seriously fun things to be had. I just love doing this. Onward and upward to next week with Charonix, Max Barber's band, where we're talking about the Spotify bullshit of digital AI streams and what they determine, and like how they talk shit basically and say that, oh well, this was fake streaming and we're not going to do anything to talk about it. We're not going to let you do anything about it, kind of shit. So stay tuned for that. On our way out today, yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate the both of you all for doing this. On our way out today, fuck it, I'm gonna play some Grand Magus.
Oh yeah, I know.
Right, did you pick the artist? Jason picks the album, and then I'll pick the song.
Pick the album, Jason.
Roach.
Sunraven.
All right.
Okay.
The end belongs to you, of course.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what I was wanting.
That's what I was going for. The end belongs to you.
Belongs to you.
Happy New Year, everybody. We will see you next year on the Metal Forge. Thank you. Chef's kiss. Kick ass. 45 years in keeping Louisville weird, Electric Ladyland has been there for all your eccentricities. While they do offer the best smoking supplies out on the market today, there's a whole lot more to check out. From ashtrays and blacklight posters, to records, incense and burners, and items to stock your metaphysical supply. They're open from 10 to 10, 7 days a week, located at 2325 Bardstown Road in Louisville, Kentucky, and at electricladyland420.com. Roll out. Hey metalheads, you like tattoos? Of course you do. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, come on over the bridge to Clarksville, Indiana, and get you some ink done at Ageless Art. If ink isn't your thing, they have a piercing studio as well. Visit agelessartclarksville.com to see some frequently asked questions, meet the staff. The shop is open Monday through Thursday, 12 to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 12 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m., all appointment-only spots. You can set up your appointments by phone at 812-283-1793 or email agelessarttattooandpiercing@gmail.com, and someone will get you set up for your first or your next tattoo or piercing. Hey metalheads, after going to a rager, what's your ultimate go-to? Mine is totally pizza. So when Overload is playing, or I'm promoting the Metal Forge live showcases, or the big goddamn metal show, I go to Pizza DoNisi. Pizza DoNisi is gourmet artisan pizza from right here in Louisville, Kentucky. It features things like the pizza of the month, the sandwiches, and also vegetarian and vegan options, which is so totally fucking cool for all of it's awesome pizza. You definitely want to go. Hey, and also from time to time they do cannolis. Oh, so fucking good. You know what they said, man? Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Yeah, just like that in Godfather. They're located right next to the Mag Bar at 1396 South 2nd Street. So either stop in or call in at 502-213-0488. They're open till midnight. The witching hour.
Heineken, fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Hey metalheads, you all hear me talk about Mag Bar all the time. It is the home to the Metal Forge live showcases and is an integral stop in the ultimate underground metal tour schedule. They obviously feature live music, but the Mag Bar also has daily specials like Pint and Slice Night on Tuesdays with Pizza DoNisi. But they also do Bring Your Own Vinyl on Thursdays with DJ Kent Jackson, and Finer Things Sundays. Located right next to Pizza DoNisi at 1398 South 2nd Street, open 3 p.m. to 4 a.m. 7 days a week. Get your asses out to the Mag Bar. Rock out. In 2017, one man's vision and passion for all things metal started out as a record store in his house. Years later, the fight against a mainstream empire continues as Shadebeast. An independent metal collective and online store based in Athens, Georgia, is the world's premier heavy metal brand for music heads that value authenticity over the mainstream acceptance. featuring original t-shirts from some of the best underground artists, as well as stickers, posters from the Shadebeast Presents concert series. Unique, one-of-a-kind collectibles and small curated selection of vinyl and cassettes from the masters old and new. Visit shadebeast.com and enter promo code SithLord for free domestic shipping on your first order, whether you're a new customer or returning. And be sure to join the Shadebeast social groups on Facebook and the interwebs to keep up with the new release announcements and talk all things metal and Star Wars. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and filth.
Welcome to the night. You think you know Night Demon? Then the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast is for you. Step into the darkness as we peel back the curtain to give you an unprecedented, all-access look into the mind and the heart of the demon. We're talking band history, song analysis, studio anecdotes, stories from the road. It's everything a diehard Night Demon fan could want and more. This is the only place to learn the inside scoop, the deep dive trivia, the untold tales from the band members themselves and those closest to the Night Demon story. Need more? The Sacred Night Demon Crypt will be pried open to reveal demo recordings that have never before seen the light of day, all with in-depth commentary by the band and the people who were there for the writing and recording process. This is a gold mine, a treasure trove of all things Night Demon. Head over to nightdemon.net or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Since 2013, there has been a calling from the underground, from the graves of all those unholy, and they decided to make a zine to talk about all of this. Soul Grinder Zine! An independent metal zine to keep you informed on all things metal and horror from the underground. Available in both print and digital formats, they're bringing you the best interviews and reviews out there today. Not only do they do the zine, but they also do compilation CDs. Check them out at facebook.com/soulgrinder.zine and start your subscription now. Hey everybody, let me tell you about the new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Unchained Tapes. They're an independent Pennsylvania tape label. They focus on extreme metal and punk with a killer approach to the tape scene. Visit their web store at unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com now to get your fill of tapes. And for being a Metal Forge listener, enter the code METALFORGE10 at checkout to get a 10% discount on your total purchase. That's unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com.
What's up, Metal Forge fans? This is Alan Bishop, the alchemist of Indiana's Black Forest and head distiller at Spirits of French Lick. Do you find yourself drawn to the unexplained, fascinated by the Fortean, or enchanted by the paranormal? If the things that go bump in the night resonate in your mind, then tune into my brand new podcast, If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. Featuring first-hand accounts, collected stories, interviews, history, and speculation related to all things not of this world. Available now on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and more. Set back, relax, and remember, if you have ghosts, you have everything.
Hey, let me tell you guys about Mercenary Press. They're an independent London label and distributor of all things metal. Mercenary Press delivers the goods from their own independent zine. Trust me, you're going to want to get in on that. to distributing various bands from all over the world, including Cramp from Spain and Sadistic Force from Texas. Visit mercenarypress.bigcartel.com to find out what all they have in stock and what you can order. And for Metal Forge listeners, enter code METALFORGE10 to receive a discount on your total purchase at mercenarypress.bigcartel.com. Check it out now.